Hello, everybody. Dr. Rick dropping in. I hope everybody is off to a great start. If you are here in Southeast Texas and you are still dealing with the aftermath of Hurricane Barrel, my hearts are with you. I'm in the thick of things with you. But as we always do, we will get through it. Forgive the lighting and everything that's going on. It's one of those things that's just a part of everything else that's happening right now. But if you can hear me, you're fine. Look, I want to get right into right into this, but I want to point you to something. For a limited time, I am offering one of my most popular resources, the Rapid Transformation Session. It's a one-time encounter with me where we tap into some things that you are unfamiliar with that literally allow you to create an immediate catalyst for change and progression, but I'm doing something different. The session is normally 550. I'm actually giving two sessions for the price of one. And once this offer is over, which is midnight Friday, or when I get 10 people, I am going to draw from the list of people who sign up, and I'm going to give away a free bronze coaching package. This is a 12 session package that is normally priced at $3,850 that I'm going to give away to one of the people who uh, takes advantage of this opportunity. I don't get to work with people one on one as much as I used to as we scale out and we have so many things going on, but it's the thing I love to do the most. It's the way to have the greatest impact. It's the way to really truly help a person walk step by step into something greater, something new, something more powerful, to experience light through the power and the lens of gratitude and faith and see things that they never thought possible. The link to register for the and take advantage of this opportunity, which includes the 2-for-1 rapid transformation session with me and the opportunity to win the drawing and receive a free 12 session bronze package, is in the description box. Now let's go ahead and talk about three of the reasons why you are stagnant or stuck um, in your pursuit of the things that you want to achieve in this life. Anything that has value, that is beyond just you serving yourself, can't be withheld from you. It is a promise of God, promise of design, promise of the universe, however you want to look at it, but it is literally yours to have. The problem is it's not free and it will not be dropped in your lap. And there are going to have to be some things that you are willing to do. There are three things when I am sitting down with people or when I am doing an event or just having casual conversation or doing research, no matter what, there are three things that pop out at the top of the list. There are a bunch of things that can get in your way, that can cause you to not be achieving your goals. But there are three things that are at the top of the list. The first thing is a lack of clarity in your vision. A bunch of people want something, but they really truly don't have clarity of vision. If you don't have clarity of vision, you can't lay the blueprint of your thinking. Your subconscious mind is driving you to your destination. In order to reach a destination different than one you've been arriving at over and over again every year, you're going to have a vision of what that destination looks like. That's why vision boards work so well. It's because it literally programs an idea into your subconscious. It taps into the neuroplasticity of the brain, which allows you to really rewire how you see things, what you expect, what you believe, how you approach things, your personality. So much can go off into your ability to do this. But if you don't have a vision, if your vision is ambiguous, if your vision doesn't have clarity, if your vision is an idea, in other words, I tell people all the time, what is it you want? I want more money. And I'm just using this is because this is one of those universal things that everybody seems to want. I want more money. Okay, here's $5. You got more money. Your vision is no. Well, you need to have a specific number. The type of lifestyle you want. Where do you want to live? What do you want to do? How often do you want to travel? What do you want to how do you want to set your kids up? All these different things require a certain amount of resources. Well, that gives you an idea of what you need. Set a specific mindset on what you want. Where do you want to live? Well, what will it take to get there? Can you transfer from your job? But will you need to create a new source of income? All these different things require you to have a vision. Why? Because the vision gives you the ability in your brain, the ability to literally write out the blueprint for getting there. Your brain is the most powerful supercomputer on the planet. But without a clear vision, it is reaching and touching and grabbing a hold to things that don't serve it because it's going to engage whatever you put in front of it. But once you set a clear vision, once you make up in your mind that this is what I want, this is what I'm going to do, this is how I'm going to move, this is what needs to happen, then your brain will literally start to map out. It'll start to search out. It will catch things that you will normally scroll by and bring your attention to it. Why? Because the vision now says that has value. Your vision is going to give value to things that your mind will normally pass by. Why? Because your subconscious mind has the ability to process billions of bits of information per second, while your conscious mind can only process 2,000 bits per second. So what does that mean? In order to keep you from overloading your conscious mind, your subconscious chooses what it highlights for you. It's like a Google search. What are you telling your brain and your subconscious to search for? You need clarity. So you need to sit out and rate out specific goals and times. Now, if you don't hit it in that time, it's not like the world falls apart, but you need a time attached to it to create an urgency. Because what happens if you don't put a time stamp on when you need it done? You'll keep putting it off because there's an inconvenience and a level of discomfort coming that comes with doing something that you don't normally do. And so you will avoid it until you have to do it. The time stamp gives you a sense of urgency that says, I have to wake up today and get out and do XYZ so that I can. So that's the first thing. The second thing is a lack of discipline. Now, people all the time, I get paid to do what? Come and deliver what people call motivational speeches, motivational messages to motivate somebody. The average person doesn't need motivation. The average person needs discipline. Let me explain what I mean. Motivation is your motive behind doing something. People are motivated. You're motivated because your family needs you. You're motivated because bills need to be paid. You're motivated because you're tired of working a job you hate. You're motivated. You have the motive. It's not motivation you need, it's discipline. Not everybody automatically falls in line and becomes disciplined in doing something because they're motivated to do it. And that's where a lot of people lose it. They think because they're not getting up and doing it, they're not motivated. No, you have the motive. You lack the discipline. You haven't developed a habit of following through. You haven't developed a habit of doing uncomfortable things. You haven't developed a habit of staying the course. You haven't developed a habit of understanding that it's not just about when you feel like it. And so what you do is you look for motivation because motivation makes you feel like it. So when somebody gives you a motivational speech, you get excited and you'll run out there. And for the first couple of days, you'll hit the gym. For the first couple of days, you'll read the book. For the first couple of days, you'll follow through on the research. But what happens as the emotion in what you heard wanes and real life starts to set in, you start to revert back to what you habitually do. So it's not about the motivation, it's about the discipline. It's about, I'm going to wake up and do this no matter how I feel. There are some times, and I'll tell you this from my own personal experience and from the thousands of hours of research I've done, it is in the moments when you do something that you don't feel like doing that you get the greater gains. Because if I wake up and do what I feel like doing, that's just what will happen. That's your default. Doing what you love to do, what you like to do because you feel like doing it or because you're excited about it, that's a default. Where the winners get in is when the feeling isn't there, when the excitement isn't there. We got a bunch of marriages ended because people didn't know how to get through the moments that weren't exciting, that wasn't romantic, that wasn't full of all the hoopla that got them into the marriage in the first place. And It's a cultural thing that's becoming pervasive. And what you got to realize is life is about doing the things that most people won't do, and most people won't do them because they're uncomfortable. Most people won't do them because they don't feel good sometimes when you do them. That's where discipline come in. Discipline says I'm going to wake up and I'm going to do the job. I'm going to wake up even when it doesn't seem like I'm getting the results I want. I'm going to wake up and do it because I know it's about consistency. I know it's about persistence. I know it's about being relentless. I know it's about never giving up, never turning around, never sitting around and saying I can't. And that's the thing. You've got to wake up and you've got to put in the work. It is that simple. Now here's one that a lot of people, especially those who practice the Christian faith, are going to argue with me about and have a problem with, because it's going to make you feel real uncomfortable. It's going to put you in a space where you got to literally sit up and think for a minute. Hey, and the third one is a lack of faith. What do you mean? I have faith. No, see, I'm not talking about the things you say you believe. I'm talking about a faith that makes you move. I'm talking about a faith that sits up and puts you into motion. See, if I believe something, truly believe it, it will literally impact how I move concerning that particular topic. If I believe something is possible, then I behave like I behave it's possible. I behave like, hey, if I do XYZ, I'm going to get this. So I start to do it, not because I have all the answers, not because I can map it all out, not because it's reasonable or rational and makes sense to me, but because I believe it at a level that moves beyond reason and rationale. So that's faith. Faith says, the average person wouldn't go that far because they can't see it. The average person will tell you it's impossible. The average person will tell you you're out of your mind. The average person is going to ridicule you. But see, you're not trying to achieve average, are you? You're trying to achieve something exceptional. You're trying to achieve something phenomenal. You're trying to achieve something beyond anything you've ever experienced. So you're about to step out into something, and it requires faith. Faith says I'm going to move on it until it happens because I know it's possible. Not that I can put two and two together, and that doesn't require faith. That's a reason. That's a rationale. That's simply a thing that you execute. When I can look at it and I can put it all together, then that's just something I have to execute. Faith says, I know it's possible, but I don't know how yet. What am I going to do? I'm going to step out there and I'm going to move into it, because some of the things that I need to reveal themselves to me won't reveal themselves until I take the first step. It's not until you commit to doing something on faith that the doors of providence open for you. It's a bunch of things you're waiting on that you'll never see because you haven't taken the first step. You haven't moved into a space and a realm that requires you to believe beyond reason. Faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. You're going to have to believe in who you are beyond what the narrative has written to this point. Because if you keep consulting your past for permission to change your future, you're going to keep getting a no, because your past doesn't have the answer. Your past can only show you what it's seen. What you're trying to do is go to a place you've never seen before. It's going to require you to believe that it's there. It's going to require you to have a clarity of vision. It's going to require you to have discipline, but you're going to have to be willing to step into spaces that don't make sense. Mediocrity and average is a default of not moving beyond what is comfortable. My challenge to you is to move into spaces beyond what is comfortable, because that's where great things happen. No, it's not magic. I tell people all the time, what I do isn't magic. It isn't some incantation. What it is the promise that when I set a frequency and a thought and a belief, it creates a vibration that literally tells the universe that it's mine. It's a design by God. And however you see this, my job isn't to tell you how to aim or focus your faith. My job is to tell you, you have to understand that there's something out there greater, that all of the things that fall in alignment and stay in order just for you to be able to stay alive in this world is beyond what can happen just by chance. there's order. And if there's order, there's something keeping the order. Just hold that, because that same thing that keeps the order set in motion principles and laws that have not been violated in eons. And it simply tells you that what you set your mind to and commit to and believe becomes. You can call it faith. You can call it an expectation. You can call it a hyper anticipation. But whatever you call it, it is unyielding. But you've got to believe, you've got to be disciplined, and you've got to be clear on what it is you're striving for. On that note, look, I'm going to get ready to get out of here. Don't forget what I told you at the beginning. If you want to work with me, this is a great opportunity to do it. I'm doing a 2-for-1 on the rapid transformation session. Also, this is going to go until midnight Friday, or until I get 10 people signed up. And for the 10 that sign up, I'm going to draw from one of the 10 to give away a free bronze package. And that is 12 sessions with yours truly, valued at $3,850. So again, you want to take advantage of this. I'm about to get out of here. As I always say, I live my life on full, so that when I leave this place, I die on E. I challenge you to do the same thing. Be blessed.